Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AstralGames Day 13, where I will be playing Act 5 of Diablo Reaper of Souls. Before I go into announcements, I would love, if there are already some viewers online, I would love for you to choose which hero you would love to see me running Act 5 with. I've got a few choices. I've got a wizard that's capable of running it. I've got a demon hunter that's capable of running it. I've got a barbarian that's capable of running it. And I've got a monk. So while I do announcements, I'll let the chat catch up. And then I will hear from you which character you want to see. So as for the announcements, today I only have one, or this week I have only one day scheduled. I'm not sure whether I have a second day off or something. Maybe I could stream on Friday depending on the plans. Yeah. So, yes, your tryout mage is still there, indeed. I didn't delete it because of novelty. So, yeah, so only one day of streaming planned. I might pop in on Friday, depending on the plans. So I might put that up on schedule later as a possible stream. Other than that, this is the final Diablo 3 stream, the final Diablo 3 day of my stream. And after that I will be returning to Final Fantasy, at least. And yeah, maybe some other game. If there are other requests out there or something, then I'd love to hear from it. I'd love to hear those. So yeah, that's about it as far as announcements go. And since I know the person who is here at the moment wants to see the mage, I will Brannock is my barbarian. I might have to crank up the volume a bit. For the cinematics. So do you want to see a high level mage running through, maybe? Since you were very interested in that class, I know that. But yeah, other announcements. Oh yeah, I've been looking at Dust, an Elysian Tale, which was requested, or well, suggested more likely, by Dynasty. I want to say Dynasty Shadow, but I'm not sure. A user who popped in and suggested Dust, an Elysian Tale. I still have to figure out where I'll fit it in, but I watched Total Biscuit's WTF of it, and it was really awesome. So yeah, I'll probably I'm probably going to stream that as well. So yeah, I'll be popping off the screen for a bit because my mage will activate the cinematic, and then we'll get right into the game. See you guys in a bit. Oh, oops. Wrong button. Sorry. I still had the... wrong settings.
Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael. Brother. Why? The Nephilim will stop you.
No one can stop death.
The rumors are everywhere. Angels stalk the city of Westmarch, killing everyone. Strong and weak, noble and commoner alike. I do not know what these angels want, and I do not care. These Reapers think that no one can stand against them. I will show them the error of their beliefs, and remind them that they should fear me.
And we're back. I accidentally went into a public game, which is of course not the not the right thing. But yeah, those cinematics are absolutely amazing. I'm not sure which difficulty my wizard can take on. Because, we'll try master, we can lower it anyway. Because the difficulties were revamped with the patch. Which meant that the difficulties changed, so I don't know if my wizard can handle it. But welcome to the new act.
The Nephilim.
This is a really easy part of the act, by the way. So.
Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
I think not. People are dying down there. They need my help.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
Let me know if any sound settings or something you would love to see changed. So this act is pretty gloomy, but it has some pretty cool elements in it. My favorite act of Diablo is still Act 1 and Act 3. But
She's coming to kill us all!
No!
yeah, Blizzard really does a good job on art direction and stuff like that. Absolutely.
The gates!
And I'm pretty sure they learned from their previous acts how to make an act absolutely interesting. The reason I don't think this act is the best is that I think they didn't fail in making the act interesting. They absolutely did, but Act 1 is still better, in my opinion. Morning, Will. Computer problems, that's not, I hope not too severe. Glad to see you online, indeed. I hope the problems weren't too severe, so, yeah. But yeah, so Act 5 was it's pretty cool. But I still think Act 1 has the cooler bosses. Like especially the Skeleton King, that's just such amazing boss design. From my point, I think the Skeleton King is definitely the best boss in the game. And these bosses are cool too, but I think they gave them just a bit too much hit points, which means that it turns out to be a longer fight than the amount of abilities can make it interesting. So eventually it just becomes an ability spam fight, because yeah, once you've seen one of, yeah, not once you've seen one ability, you've seen them all, but they have too little abilities for their hit points, if that makes sense. Rebooting it without your permission. Well, if it reboots out of itself, it is always because of if it tries to reboot itself, it might be that there is something wrong. like hashtag behave. That's from StarCraft.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets.
Some more lore or story-wise here.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait! You're the wizard who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
Of course. It's what I do.
Well, all you missed is the cinematics. That's pretty much all we did before you came. One thing about the sect that I do like is the...
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
One thing I like about the sect
Blood.
is you've just seen a example of it. Is the fact that they placed a lot of emphasis on in-game cinematics, in-game cinematic pieces, such as we just saw, which one cut off my train of thought, but in-game cinematic pieces like that, and then introducing a monster, or introducing a mob, like you'll see here soon, which makes it pretty cool and adds to the weight of killing those monsters. Oh, oops. I'm still in barbarian mode since I recently finished this act with my barbarian yesterday, and I'm still in hotkeying barbarian mode. But it works entirely different with my maid.
Your grave awaits.
It's like they're going to introduce a special version of a monster soon, and then afterwards you will still encounter them in the normal version, so to speak, which is really cool because it adds weight to killing them. It gives them an introduction. Yeah, it adds weight to their name. How do I say it?
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
These enemies defy all reason.
I don't have enough arcane power.
And as you can see, there's also a lot of monster density in this set.
Need more arcane power.
And there are new abilities of elites, as you can see, the orb flying around and stuff.
Ah, we found you.
Could we find more like that?
I don't need this one. I don't need that.
Tyrael, why is Malthael so intent on destroying this city?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
Though we are descended from angels as well as demons, Malthael is so short-sighted, he can only see our demonic heritage.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me!
Like, you know, stuff like that is... they've put more of that stuff, as you saw with the door and stuff, in it. And that's pretty cool.
Akrat's Bane! This is worse than I feared.
What are these things?
And so, as I said,
A Death Maiden! Stop her!
yeah.
Your soul will be mine.
Those Death Maidens that you now see as a boss will return later in the game as just white mobs, like normal mobs, which is pretty cool. It gives the
I don't have enough arcane power.
more important monsters a nice way of introducing themselves. All them refugees, indeed. It's really hard for refugees in video games. They're really always picked on by games. Always being the group that gets the hardest, toughest road.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Intelligence. Well, yeah, I would love more intelligence, please. I'll just keep the Hellfire Ring for another character. Better gloves. Well, strength is not important for a mage. Although I do lose on resistances. That's quite... 7... Yeah, I lose a bit on resistances, but it's not that bad.
Just tell me where to find Malthael, and I'll put an end to this carnage.
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
You'd best get started on figuring it out. If you need me, I'll be saving the city.
Ooh, quite the heroic deeds. The voice acting is so damn good. Yeah, indeed. The voice acting is really awesome. Like, I still want to know actually who the voice actor is for the Crusader class, because that voice was... I recognized that voice from somewhere, but... yeah.
General Torian, that Death Maiden in the cathedral was using an arcane magic unfamiliar to me. Do you know what she was doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Not for long. He will soon find himself without his unending army, once I destroy those crucibles.
So yeah. I don't know if it's searchable on IMDb or something, but I still would love to know who the Crusader does, the voice of the Crusader. Well, I still have a Redrick Ash open, but that's for a higher difficulty.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
Level 61. Yeah, the voice acting is better than the story in general. I'd say, especially just the ending of this story. Whose voice was it? I mean, character name? What are you trying to say? Like, especially the ending of the story will just... It's facepalm worthy, really. Like, you're like, oh, sure, of course. That's what happened. Alright, so this is also something I liked. These blue things were like side dungeons. You had them in the original as well. However, they are just a lot of these. And they are smaller than the other ones. In the original they were like two or three levels. Here they're always one level, or maybe 2 levels, but then it's not that big. But they always contain an event or a story.
Attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
As you can see, they always contain this kind of event or story or whatever, which is pretty cool. Thanks. No, thank you. Wait, did I drop it? I want to keep it. I keep the items for the crafting. Oh, sorry, you got.
I am your destruction.
I need arcane power.
I really can't wait for the to see the new ability of the wizard.
My knowledge increases,
which we can see soon enough. They've added a new ability for each level. Oh, well, they added one new ability and the special effects per level. The ruins. And yeah. The wizard has this. Which looks pretty cool. I wonder how effective it is though. We'll get to see it in action sooner. Later. Oh, now it's on cooldown. I shouldn't have casted it. Alright, so it sucks monsters in and does them down. Yeah. That's pretty effective. Especially if you combine it with Blizzard. You can track monsters to the same location and then throw a blizzard on them.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer. Escort them to the survivors' enclave immediately.
But yeah, this is what those houses usually contain, like an event and everything. And at first you had like random dungeons that did nothing, but here every dungeon has its own unique event, which is pretty cool. And there are an even less as well. Like, it isn't less dungeons but more quality, but it's like, it's still there. It's just something they added to the game, which is pretty cool. There's still the same amount as you would see in the original.
Oh, get away!
Oh, dude, that made it. I haven't seen that combination. So as you can see now, it's a white monster, as I was talking, that it's got its own introduction, and now it just comes back as a normal mob, which is pretty cool. The introduction really adds to it. Yeah, so far I'm not that challenged, but the difficulty really ramps up in later acts. That's why I keep it on the same difficulty as I started, because I noticed that after this street, basically, after the first part of the act, then it really ramps up.
Champion, a Reaper killed us all. I panicked and failed my men. Now they are soulless husks. Only my spirit was able to resist the call of Malthael. Please, put them to rest and end my shame.
So another event. I love how the wizard has a lot of area of effect abilities, because I do know that this act is purely based on, oh well, purely based. It has a lot of big groups of demons in it.
The Reaper that killed my men is outside, in the courtyard. Please, slay it, for all of us.
And again, here you have a purple version of a monster that returns as a white one. So some sort of introduction.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Fire skills, I'm not a fan. It's done by Gideon Emery, who also voices the Honkai, Dominion Marine, Reginald in Assassin's Creed, Joshua in the Graced in Diablo base game, Steve Fox, Swan Quan in Old Dynasty, and Alareth in Dragon Age Origins. Huh.
Thank you. Nothing can bring back my men, but revenge dulls the pain.
Interesting. That he did too. So yeah, I've probably heard him so many times that it kind of stuck into my head maybe. And then like... yeah. Stuck into my head and then it lingered there. I think that's how it works. I haven't been leveling my Crusader yet, but I really like the class. It has quite a few nice abilities, including the
won't go down easily.
spinning hammer from the Diablo 2 Paladin. And yeah, since I really like Paladin as well, one of my favorite classes amongst the Necromancer, it yeah, it's pretty cool. Another one for the item grinder. He has quite a distinctive voice. Yeah, I guess that's his strength, is being a voice actor. Oh, look at Treasure Tiki. If you haven't already watched it, Carbot made a an awesome version of the introduction video of this game. Made an awesome version of the intro of this game. And
burning hells is my order. Why aren't they on the streets fighting this madness?
I have no idea. I do. Yeah. How much does it affect my resistances? Not by a long shot. Yeah, I'm taking this one because arcane skills deal 13 more damage, and my main form of attack, as you might have already noticed, is my disintegrate, which counts as arcane. So that's my reasoning. 124 games. Oh my god, yeah. He must have been stuck in my head then. But yeah, about the voice acting and the videos, as we already found out in the beginning of this cast, the voice acting is really cool. Videos are really cool as well. And if you want to see a really funny version, as I said, go watch the Carbot animation of this, because it's amazing. just an amazing, amazing animation. Normally I would pause now, but I want to see what's over yonder before I head into a break. I wanted to try and finish the first part at least before a break. But that's with this game as well, this act especially. There's a lot of exploration. More than in other acts. There are a lot of quests that say find this and then don't offer you a linear path. Another act that was very famous for a lot of those quests was Act 2, where you had this open desert that just said go find it, and yeah. So that's more reminiscent of Act 2.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them.
That voice is also from the original Diablo. Diablo 3 in the original game, the vanilla version. And another one of those monsters. Another example of our soon-to-be white monster seen in purple here.
I need arcane power.
Yeah, Golem is not in this game. I think he already reprised his role in How to Survive. Ah, another death spell. No thank you. I do not want to interrupt my set with level 60 items yet.
Do you know why this is happening? It's madness!
Just get your men to the Survivors' Enclave at the Cathedral as quickly as possible.
Well, I wanted to finish this part, but I don't want to extend it too long. So I'm just going to take a break here. And thank you all for tuning in, watching. And if you are watching on YouTube, please check the video description down below to see the link to my channel. And yeah, below my channel you can find the link to my YouTube, so it's all interconnected. See you guys in a few.